I'm now going to cut myself some fern strips. I've done a measurement from there to there, that blockwork to blockwork, and it's 20.45. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to get my 4x2 that I've got, and I'm going to cut the 4x2 I've got down there first to 20.45. So all I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do a 30mm to nothing now. So I shall work this out now and draw a line, 30mm in to the other end to nothing. And that'll be my first fern strip, which I shall cut. Make sure you use the straightest piece of timber in your pile to do this first one. Then mark your line all the way down and then just cut that freehand by saw. I've seen it done by circular. I like to do it on my table saw. I've actually seen it done with the track saw as well. Now you've got that. The next step is this one that you can see now is obviously going to be tapered. Can't see it in the video, I don't think. It's 30mm smaller this end because obviously that minus saw thickness. So mark your 30mm again at the widest point of your timber now. Like that. So when you've got that there like that, you then set your fence to that dimension now, which is going to be about 59mm to the outside of your blade. 59mm to outside. And then you got to make sure that you've orientated your timber right. So as I've just said, you want the thinnest part of the timber you've just cut towards you and the widest part at the end, with the manufacturer's edge on this instance first against the fence, and cut it through. As I've said before on other videos I've done, make sure you've got a pattern. This is your pattern. So put pat on there and use the same one every time for the next step. But now you've cut this one, what you've got now is you're back to a square piece of timber again. So now you've got to do is use this one that's got pat on it. I haven't wrote on it yet, but I will. You then fix this to that one. So now I put my screw in, measure from there now to your fence. There's my line. That's what I want to leave in, because I've got thin end this side here. I've got to start thin end here. So I have got about 56mm there, sorry. So I'll set my fence to the outside of my blade from the fence, 56mm. So my 56mm is set from there, outside of my blade, and I'll push this through. So now I've cut that. You can see, if you look down there now, that it's tapered to my original pattern, because we've used it to measure off. That's 1mm to nothing at the bottom. And this end we've got, well, there we go, what, 31. So I've gained 1mm. I'm sure they'll let me off for that. So unscrew this now. Don't forget, this is your pattern. So I'll do it now, because I did say I'd do it. So pattern, that's the one you always mark off. So any discrepancy, it's exactly the same on every single one. Put that to the side for now. This one now, as you might be able to see on camera, is now tapered, wedge shape. So all you do now is, excuse that mark because I did it wrong, admitting that on camera. So all you do now is, because this is the side that you want now, You then start again, measure your 30 millimeters on there again, which is that mark there. So I'll have to just eye that through now. So that's going to be right on there. And so this is me, what I do, a test cut before. So, and this is the one that I want, because this is the taper. Because again, this is a manufactured edge. So I'll set that width now from fence to outside blade. So my blade sits in there. Cut this last one off now, off this bit of timber. So you can tape it, as I said, from there to there, outside blade. Or what I like to do, I just like to eye it through. Good morning, this is the next day now after filming the bit of footage for making your own furring strips. The weather got to us in the end, so we had to stop, but yesterday we went ahead and installed ours, as well as cutting the, and if you can see it on there, as well as cutting the extra packers as well on top of the joists. So you can just about see the furrings on the top and then the packers on there, just to get our 1 in 80 fall from front to back as well as left to right. I hope you've gained something from it. Even if you just get a couple of points from it, it's better than nothing. But if you want to see how this all went on, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We are only sort of 7 episodes in of this whole build, which is a side extension and rear extension with a large lantern.